Good morning, it's Nancy today. Today I want to show you about nettles. Now, nettles are, of course, people hate nettles because it stings, but they're really good to eat. You can dry them, put them in tea, or put them in soups. They're a really good vegetable, and they're abundant. Now, of course, saying how abundant they are, that's a flower. Okay, there's a nettle. Now you should have something on your hands when you're working with them. You can see along the stem they have little tiny prickles. But it's not just the stem that prickles you, it's everything. So if you walk through them, you'll certainly know it. So what you do is you cut it. You could pull them up, but if you pull them up you won't have a second crop. Let me see, where did the other one go? Oh, maybe that was all together. Oh, here's one here. Okay. So now I have nettles. You see what they look like? Can you see that? Wait for the camera to focus in on it properly. Okay, so those are nettles, and now you want to dry them. You can't eat them right now. If you steam them, they will. Let's see if I got any more here. That's wild mint, that's also good. These are flowers. You'll find nettles in places like barnyards and beside buildings. Okay, now what I was going to show you in here, you take your nettles and you hang them up like so. See how I've got them hanging? This is a pot rack I made. Cedar branches. Okay, so you've got them hanging up like that until they dry. Just take off my glove. Put away my clippers. Okay, now, if you put plastic bag under them, you can use you could use newspaper if you like, but I think a plastic bag is a good idea. Also, I don't subscribe to a newspaper, so this is what I've got. Okay, so here you've got all these dried flowers. Now you don't want to take them out of the top. You want to leave them all in there together. I just made it full. Wire up there. Okay, so you want to take these whoops, I don't know if you could see all this very well. Well, they're falling down. See if I can show these to you anyway. So what you do is you're trying to get them to fall onto the paper. And you're scrunching them up at the same time. See how that works? It's helpful if they stay put up there where you want them. Okay. And one fell down. Okay, so there you go. From 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stems, you'll end up with a pile like this. Now, if you go ahead and crumple them up, you can use them that way. You can either crumple them right up if you want to use them for tea, like powder it almost, or you can Just leave them in big bits, and then when you add them to soup, they'll look like leaves. And it doesn't matter if they've gone to seed or not. Okay, now we'll put them in the jar. See if I can do this here so that you can see it. Newspapers do work better than this. There. So now you've got the beginning of your supply of nettles. Now, so you continue doing that throughout the season and you end up with a great amount of nettles. You can do that with other things too, like this is wild pineapple, which looks just like chamomile. And this is, what is this? Mint. And I guess that's wild mint. Okay, so that's what this video is about. Oh, here's some more. This is nettles too. Okay, let's move the table over under that. And we'll get this thing out of the way. Those are nettles too, right? Okay. So let me... It would be good to have your bag all the way under this. Okay. Now, if your aim was pretty good and you weren't holding a camera at the same time, you might have been able to get it all on the paper. Plastic too. But if not, it should be on your table below it. Now, nettles have a lot of good qualities. You should Google it, I guess. Nettle, N-E-T-T-L-E-S. They're really good for your stomach, but there's many other things they're good for too. Okay, there you go. That's a lot of food for absolutely no money. Didn't cost you anything. You didn't have to buy lots of cans of spinach or frozen spinach, and yet it has all the vitamins. It's so good for you, and it lasts for a very long time. Okay, close your jar up and put it up on the shelf. And that's it for nettles right now. Bye.